and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went
Down, down, down,
and the flames were higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire.
I bet most of you didn't know that's a love song right there, and that's the way I feel about fantasy baseball. I fell into this ring of fire, and I'm trapped, and I can't get out. So, felt that would be pretty fitting right there. It's been a while since we've been here on the baseball podcast, video cast, rather, if you will, fantasy matchup preview show here for week 16. Can you believe that already? Week 16? That's crazy. There's only 6 more weeks of the regular season. 6 weeks for people to get their stuff together. 6 weeks for deals. Not even 6 weeks for deals, man. I think the trade deadline is coming up here in about a week and a half. I don't know how Ben has it set up. I don't really pay attention. I'm not much of a trader myself. So, but we're week 16 here. We had a great week last week. Went 4-2. Most of our matchups last week were pretty much, though, just waylayings, shillelaghs, shellackings, wallopings, beatdowns, gangbangs, if you will, aside from the Charlie's Angels Chuck Nasty matchup, when went down to, I believe, the very last game of the day with Brendan Morrow picking up a save and lowering Chuck Nasty's ERA, taking saves and holds, and essentially beating Gainesville Steve right there. So Gainesville Steve, I know that must have been heartbreaking. I don't know if you're following live. I was watching some of that game, really hoping that the Cubbies wouldn't do you dirty like that, but it happens to the best of us, man. So right now we've got Benson with a 2-game lead on everybody right now for the regular season champion record, and if he doesn't slow down, we're all going to be in some trouble because his mouth will never stop running this. He's the hashtag regular season champ. So let's get into our Week 16 matchup previews here, guys. I mean, let's not beat around the bush anymore. It's been 2 minutes of me sitting here talking, listening to Johnny Cash. I think we just need to get right into it. And our first matchup we're going to talk about here is number 1, Dr. Kananga, versus a team that has been in a just free fall with Jay Cox. So Dr. Kananga, 11-4 right now, just studding it up. No matter where you look, if his pitching is doing well, his hitting is just doing mediocre, which is still good enough. If his hitting's doing great, his pitching is just mediocre, which is still good enough for him to put 11-4, 15-3s, just 12-7, just beat downs on people. Where by Saturday afternoon, Sunday, he just kicked back, relax, and figure out who's going to pick up first Monday morning off the waiver wire. Unfortunately, Jaycock is going to be another victim this week in my eyes. Jaycock, your team, your offense has just been outright dreadful. You made a couple moves this week during the All-Star break, picking up Anthony Rendon. That was definitely a clutch move. Trading Clayton Kershaw. Will he come back to bite you? I don't know. He's been pretty hurt and pretty achy and breaky this year. So I'm not thinking it's going to hurt you. I think that was a pretty stealth move right there. Los Mexi's looking to beef up his rotation because we know Strasburg and Arrieta, they're combining for like a 6.5 ERA right about now. So Dr. K, I like what you're doing this week. I think you're going to go to 12-4. I think if you get to the magic number of 14 wins, you're going to be the regular season champ. That's just my view. If you get this 2 more after this week, anywhere, just pick your poison. You can go 2-3 down the stretch, and more than likely, you could pick up the regular season championship right there. So Dr. K, I got you taking a nice Dr. Pepper, sipping it on Sunday as you pick up a dub right there. All right, our next matchup of the week. Our next matchup for the Week 16 show. We're going to talk about the B. Ryan Express versus Al Avila. 5-10 versus 6-9. A matchup you shouldn't pay much attention to. In fact, we won't pay much attention to it aside from these few minutes right here. B. Ryan, you and Jaycock must have drank the same Kool-Aid at the GM meetings. Maybe you did something when summer break started, but your teams have not been right for a while. Al Avila's team has never been right, so I mean, he doesn't have anything to worry about. But B. Ryan, at one point in time, you were in first place in your division, and now I believe you find yourself a mere 2.5 games back out of first. So if things don't turn around fast, quick, in a hurry for you, you are going to be in consolation bracket city. This might be the make it or break it week for you, because if you don't beat Al Avila, you're going to fall to 11th in this league we play in, League of Extraordinary Awesomeness Dudes. And you're done. I'm just going to say it right there. There's no way you can recover from 6 and 11. Al Avila, I'm going to drop a stat on you that you probably don't know. Al Avila, top 4 in total bases, average, OPS, RBIs. Top 4 in all of those categories for the year, and his team sits at 5-10. So if he's top 4 in those categories, what has just totally destroyed him? His atrocious pitching staff, which seems to be getting better as we have progressed these past couple weeks. I think it's going to be good enough to overtake Justin Verlander and whoever B. Green has playing first, second, third, shortstop, outfield, Tyler Saladinger and crew. So Al Avila, you're going to pick up a dub this week against B. Ryan. You're going to go to 6-10. B. Ryan's going to fall to 6-10, and B. Ryan, you're going to be in some trouble. Trouble. That's for ye. All right, next up, we've got a battle of buddies here. We've got a little pick up the pace, also known as Pup, going against T-Ball. Now, T-Ball and Pup, they've known each other a while. Okay, I don't know how long Steed and the Noble Steed connection has been around. And as I think about them, I think about the hurt that must be in Steed's heart right now as his buddy just beats on him mercilessly. I think T-Ball had it in him to pull out an upset. Up until I sat down to make this, at then I was like, you know what? I was going against Ben. I thought something was going to materialize here. I can't go out on a limb and say that's going to be an upset right now. So T-Ball, even though you're 4-11, you're the feistiest son of a bitch we have in this league. I think that you're going to just stay right where you are. I think you're going to stay at 4-11. 4-12. And I think Pup is going to go to 9, 6-1, and stay in control of that division. All right, next up here, we've got a little long ballers versus Charlie's Angels. Now, these guys right here, these two gentle fellows, they're a couple guys that walk the straight and narrow. They're not going to say anything to get on one side of the road or the other. They're just going to, they walk that line. So, Gainesville Steve and long ballers, a battle of 2 over 500 teams, which is not something we can oftentimes say in this league with the myriad of offensively challenged or pitching challenged teams. So it's good to see a team that actually has enough of both to stay relevant. And long ballers, he's been up, down, 0-5. So since 0-5, he's 8-2. Think about that, 8-2. That hot streak would propel any team right there. Gainesville Steve, he has just kind of maintained. He's over 3 games over 500, which means he's dominating his division right now by 3 games. And he's doing everything he wants. He's not making any crazy trades. He's maintaining a staff of young guns. They've got some live arms here and there. Long ballers got Chris Sale and Cookie Carrasco, as well as an offense that can hit for days and actually maintain a solid average. So this week, do I pick the team that's 9-6 and is actually statistically 1 game better? Or do I take the team that I think has an underdog's chance to win? I'm going with the team that has the underdog's chance to win. I'm going with long ballers here. So long ballers, I think you're going to 9-7, say nipping on Code's heels. And Charlie's Angels, you're going to fall to 9-7, but in your case, it's not really a big deal unless you're still striving for that regular season championship cash out. So Gainesville Steve, don't forget there is that money on the line. So I really, if it's not going to Benson, I'd like it to go to you. At least you're a Gator. Keep it all in the UF club. All right, so that's going to do it for that matchup. My next matchup, we're going to talk about Los Mexis versus Chuck Nasty. Chuck Nasty
I don't know what the big deal
has
about
been
Cracker Jack
phenomenal.
is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize, find no prize in the box?
Have you ever thought about that?
Here's a pitch.
I just want to listen to Harry Carey for some
Might
reason
not
right now.
sound important to some people when you're a little kid, especially from humble.
Who haven't got a Cracker Jack
origin,
box? No
and they
fucking
cheat you out
prize.
of a prize.
It's uncalled for. All right, Cracker Jack, get that together. Harry Carey, he's summing it up right there for me. But that slow monologue right there of 26 seconds of Harry Careyisms is all that Los Mex is going to have to remember this week, because these picks were all made. I want to just disclaimer here. I sent a picture to Ben of my picks Friday before any games had transpired. So all these picks are pre-Matt Carpenter just exploding all over everybody in the first 4 or 5 games back from the All-Star break. So Los Mexis, I don't want you to think that these picks, it's all anybody can pick me, Matt Carpenter. Well, no, I'm not doing you dirty like that. I had you pegged as a loss before Matt Carpenter decided to go crazy and before AJ Pollock. But I don't know if anybody else saw this. AJ Pollock and Matt Carpenter went a combined 10 for 10 against Los Mexis the other day. So I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it? No? All right. Well, I saw it and I was like, well, that's just not right. So Chuck Nasty, you're going to go to 9-7. You're a team that is definitely on the rise. All right, and last up, we have our matchup of the week here. We have Wakanda versus Trader Will. We have the 2 seed versus the 5 seed, but really we have the right there at the second best team in the league, behind Wakanda. I mean, excuse me. Was that what we call a Freudian slip? Is Wakanda really what I think is the best team in the league, or do I think it's Kananga? I don't know. All those A's and N's in there, all those African names, they're throwing me off here. But what's not throwing me off is how well both these teams have been playing recently. I got to say, in the last 10 games that they've had, they're combined 9-1. And the only loss is Wakanda going to Dr. K. So out of all the teams they could have played, they've lost once, and it's to the first place team. That's really a positive thing about both squads. Both squads coming in pitching pretty well. As of this point in time, though, Trader Will's team's getting blasted, while Wakanda's just pitching moderately decent. It's already a 13-7 game, but I'm picking Wakanda to maintain that W. I'm going against Trader Will this week. He's been on a hot streak. Benson picked Trader Will to win, but B Green picked Trader Will to win, which should have been a just kiss of death right there. So B Green's saying Trader Will's winning. I'm saying Trader Will's losing. That was the way I made my pick right there. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. And that's going to be my 6 picks for the week. So let's recap. Dr. Kananga is going over Stroke. Alavila is going over B. Ryan. Wakanda's going over Trader Will. Pup is going over T-Ball. Long Ballers is going over Charlie's Angels. And Chuck Nasty is going over Los Mexies right there. I can't say we're all going to be happy about these picks, but I can say they're going to be accurate in these picks. All right, so that's going to close it down for our matchup preview show. Before we go, I am going to drop the top 5 on you. As we all witnessed last Monday night, it was perhaps one of the most phenomenal home run displays mankind has ever seen, put on by the one and only Bryce Harper. As you can see, I'm not wearing a Bryce Harper as to not flaunt him into everyone's faces, knowing that, well, I did indeed pick him to win, and he is indeed my quote-unquote boy. But I did wear the headband as a notice to never give up on Bryce. He's just somebody that, you know, you think, oh, he's not blank, he's batting like shit, oh, let me just give him. No, he's going to turn it around. He's not the best player in Major League Baseball, not named Mike Trout and Mookie Betts, for no reason. If I was starting a team right now, would he be somebody I would start my squad with? 1, 2, 3. Absolutely. I'm taking him number 1 overall, and I'm going to build around him. And why am I going to take him number 1 overall? Let me give you 5 traits that he has that these other Mookie Betts doesn't have, Mike Trout doesn't have, Jose Ramirez doesn't have. Number 5. That tenacity. It's just baseball tenacity. When you look at the man, he just screams baseball. You look at Mike Trout, you scream, oh, he's a pretty boy. You look at Mookie Betts, and you scream, shouldn't he be playing basketball? I mean, so that's what I think about Bryce. Number 5, he's just got that baseball look to him. Number 4, that home run swagger. Is there anybody, as soon as they hit a ball, they just glare at him, they just stare, and they just look, and he's like, oh, and he does a little bat flip, rounds the base. He's got that swagger about him, okay? Not a lot of people have that. All right, number 3, the beard. Pre-shaven beard, it was just a thing of beauty. Post-shaven beard, it's all cleaned up, it's tight, showing off. You know, he can be Hollywood if need be. Hollywood, maybe. New York City, maybe. Model S, definitely. Number 2, his name, Bryce Aaron Max Harper. It's a fucking name. Number 1 reason, the hair. The man has the greatest head of hair in Major League Baseball, in NBA, in the National Football League, in the National Hockey League, in the CFL, in the WNBA, in all aspects of reality, in MLS, in the World Cup. The greatest head of hair. Ronaldo, you can't touch him. Messi, can't touch him in the soccer realm. LeBron, can't touch him in the basketball realm. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. All right, that's all I can say about that. So that's going to close out my top 5 Bryce Harper Fest right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the picks. Enjoy the vid. Let me know what you think. I will see you guys next week with 6 more hot picks off the press.